Hello, my brothers and sisters. Hello, it's Muna talking to you from Montreal. And I'm just starting, first of all, to get some sun rays before we start our session today. And welcome to all of you. This is Muna talking to you from Montreal. And here it was about minus 30 degrees Celsius yesterday. Today the weather is much milder. It's minus 15, and we're just getting some sun rays, some sun downloads from Father Sun, so you can upgrade your spirit and every cell of your body today with golden light, with magic light from Father Sun. Thank you for joining, everyone, and thank you for accepting the magic downloads of Father Sun coming your way to raise your spirit, to raise your heart, to raise your mind, and so you can enjoy the moment. And thank you all for joining. Today is going to be a very important session, my lovelies. I'm going to be talking about the miracles of the Quran. And I'm going to be talking about the difference between the Bible and the Holy Quran. And the reason, what inspired me to do this video, to be honest with all of you, is that a couple, 2-3 days ago, I attended, I was busy at work, and I was finishing my lunch, and I came across a live video. I'm not going to mention his name. He's someone on my list who does regular lives. He's a big truth warrior, and I normally have a lot of respect for his live videos. He says a lot of truth, but for some reason I just attended the last 5 minutes of his live, and what I heard him saying, he said, you know, that everyone, that I come from the Muslim community, I don't speak about my religion very often because, you know, I consider that our faith is something really personal, so I tend to keep my faith for myself, to be honest. But what I came across in this live is that this guy was saying that Prophet Muhammad does not exist. He's an invention, and he was created by the Illuminati, the satanic elite, that he's an invention of the satanic elite. Now, I really started laughing because, first of all, I mean, if we all remember September 11th, as soon as we received September, we had that tragedy in September 11th. This is where they started attacking all the Arabic countries in the Arab world, starting with Libya, which is the country neighboring to my home country, Tunisia, which now has become a factory to create terrorists all across the world. And they brought down Iraq, they brought down Libya, they created war in Syria, they created war in Iran. Iran is a victim of embargo, world embargo, for over 15-20 years. They cannot bring in anything. They have not done anything to the world. The only reason why they want to bring us down, because they do not belong to the Rothschild bank system. All the Arabic countries who had their own banking system, like Libya, like Iraq, they all brought them down because they want to force the Rothschild banking system in their country. Now, I was really, really shocked, and I really am going to be very honest with all of you. I take that as a deep insult to my religion and to my faith, and this is why, which inspired me to do this video today, so I can make things clear, because I realize that a lot of you out there, you don't know anything about Islam. And unfortunately, with the world propaganda going on, Islam, especially since September 11, we've been portrayed like terrorists all across the world. If you look at Hollywood movies, the way they show Arabs, they always give them roles of Machiavellic beings, terrorists. Always, they never show an Arab with a good image in Hollywood. They always destroy us. So honestly, already we've been victim of propaganda since September 11th, and we all know that September 11th is an inside job. So his remark was very, very displeased, and it doesn't even make sense, because if he says that it's the Illuminati that created Prophet Muhammad, then why are they destroying the Arab community and Muslim community all across the world? So I'm very, very disappointed by this person. I will not mention his name, but he lost totally my respect. I used to support all his lives. But I realized that, when people are not aligned and when they are not connected to their heart and source, they can say many stupid things. So please be mindful on what you say about religions, everyone, by respect to everyone out there. And if you're not sure about anything of a religion, simply don't talk about it if you're not sure of something, or make your research before saying stupid things on your lives. So we're going to be talking about the miracles of Quran today. And I'm going to take my notebook because I took some notes in this regards. And I have a lot of things to say about the Quran. And this is a very sensitive subject for me, my lovelies, my brothers and sisters, because I'm very, very spiritual. And, I cry when I hear Quran. I cry. It's a medicine for me. It's a medicine for the soul. And the first miracle of Islam, I will say, for everyone who doesn't know anything about our Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, for your information, my lovelies, he was illiterate. He did not know how to write, and he did not know how to write and read. And he was the person who helped him a lot in his life was an old lady called Khadija, like my mother's name. And she was a very big businesswoman, and he took care of all her business. And this is how he started becoming very famous, by taking care of the business of Khadija. But then, at the age of 42, one day he went into the Sahara, into the desert, and he was alone. He was totally alone. And the angel Gabriel appeared to him. And the angel Gabriel told him, read. This is a very important word. It's the first word that Allah said to Prophet Muhammad. He told him, read. And Prophet Muhammad told him, what? I cannot read. I cannot read. And the angel Gabriel repeated to him twice, read. And a third time, read. And the Prophet Muhammad was like, what do you want me to read? I don't know how to read and write. And he said, read in the name of Allah, the one that created you from earth. And I don't know the rest of the verse, but this is the first verse, the first word that the angel Gabriel brought to Prophet Muhammad was read. And this word is very, very important in the Holy Quran, because read does not only mean to read, it also means educate yourself, make your own research to find out the truth. Don't take the truth like that because they tell you this is the truth. Read, educate yourself. So what I find incredible is that when they came to analyze the Holy Quran centuries and centuries afterwards, they found incredible symmetries in the Quran that for an illiterate person would impossibly do. Now, for example, the number of times in the Quran we mention the sun is exactly the same number we mention the moon. The same number we mention man is exactly the same number the Holy Quran mentions woman. And there are so many symmetries like that. One of the surat, one of the chapters is also called Lilat al-Qadr, which talks about the 27th night of Ramadan. We all know that the Holy Quran was brought down the 27th day of the Holy Ramadan. This is where Prophet Muhammad received all the verses and all the downloads from Angel Gabriel coming from source. And the incredible thing about this surah, this chapter, which is called Lilat al-Qadr, which is called the 27th night, which is a magic night because the sky opens up on the 27th night of Ramadan and all the angels come down. And usually Muslims on that day of Ramadan, we spend our whole night praying because the angels come down in thousands and thousands to hear our prayers that night. And all the satanic entities are chained during the 27th night. They could not do any harm to us. And what's incredible is that when they wrote down this surah called Surah Laylat al-Qadr, one of Prophet Muhammad's cousin, he was named Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, he was so passionate by the Holy Quran that he started studying the words and the letters. And he found out that in Surah Al-Qadr, the 27th word said exactly, this is a magic night, in Surah Al-Qadr, this is a magic night. And it talked exactly about Laylat al-Qadr in the 27th word. So it's like there is a precision in the Quran, which is incredible. And this is why many famous people converted to Islam. There is a very famous Cocteau. Cocteau, he studied this depth of the sea. He's one of the first researchers about the depth of the sea. And when he made all his searches about the sea, he found out, because the Holy Quran talks about Cape Town, where the two seas meet. These are some details that never came out in the Torah, nor that came out in the Bible. He talks how the sweet sea meets the salty sea. And this is very famous in Cape Town, where you have the sweet sea. It mixes up with the salt sea, but it's like there's an invisible wall separating them. They don't mix. And this was mentioned in the Quran. This is why Jean Cocteau, who is the big scientist about the depth of the sea, he converted to Islam when he found this. Because there are scientific proofs in the Quran which have been also proved scientifically to be right. Now, for example, another thing in Holy Quran, you know that as Muslims, we are not allowed to eat pork. And it has been scientifically proved that the meat that has the most bacteria is pork, which is very unhealthy for us. And you know that we are what we eat. So when you eat pork, you also have it in your cells, and it also affects you in a very bad way. So these are some of the miracles in the Holy Quran. There are so many other miracles I could mention. Another incredible thing for your information, my lovelies, my brothers and sisters. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Paul. Hello, everyone. So nice to have you all with me, my lovelies. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that for your information, in the Holy Quran, we promote Prophet Jesus more than we promote Prophet Muhammad. And this is really incredible because in the Holy Quran, we mention Prophet Muhammad 5 times. 4 times we mention him with the name of Muhammad, and the 5th time we mention him with the name of Ahmed. Ahmed is another name for Prophet Muhammad. And we mention Prophet Jesus 25 times in the Holy Quran. And for your information, my brothers and sisters, you know that as a good Muslim, we must pray 5 times a day. And in every prayer, we pray for Prophet Muhammad, for Prophet Jesus, and all the prophets. So if you look at today, because many Christians do not practice their religion, we pray for your prophet more than you do, for your information, my lovelies. And also be very mindful, because we all know, if you went down the rabbit hole, if you know the truth, you know that the Bible has been hijacked by dark entities a long time ago. And the proof that the Bible has been hijacked, I'm not saying that everything in the Bible is wrong, not at all. I have a great respect for the Bible. Most of the things are true in the Bible, but I do see the glitch, and I do see it clearly, and I will share it with you. It's my pleasure to share it with all of you. So the first glitch I see in the Bible is that, first of all, when they tell you to drink Jesus' blood, for me it reminds me the adrenocrine. So for me it's not, this was not normal. This was added by the satanic entities to drink Jesus' blood. It reminds me like drinking the blood of children, adrenocrine. We all know that the elite of this world are all drugged and addicted to adrenochrome, which is the son of children. They rape them, they terrorize them, and when the child is under this traumatism, they take out his blood and they drink it as a liqueur. Now, half of Hollywood, if not more, 75% of them are addicted to adrenochrome. 75% of Disneyland and Disney World are addicted to adrenochrome, and the deep state governments are addicted to adrenochrome. And I would like to remind all of you here today, my brothers and sisters, that the criminal world agenda, they are after your children right now. So let me remind all of you here, my lovelies, if you did not do the research to take the right decision for yourself and for your loved ones, I would like to remind you that the children have 99% survival rate from the coronavirus. Why are they forcing this fucking vaccine on our children? Why? This is criminal. They want to alter our DNA forever. Now, these vaccines, have you made a search to find out what are the ingredients? Do you know that they have fetus of babies in these vaccines? What do they want to make us? Do they want to make us carnivore with these vaccines? This is what you're accepting, my lovelies, all over the world right now. You are accepting the mark of the beast. And these vaccines, you have fetus baby as an ingredient in them. They're altering your DNA forever, which means they are defying God's creation. And they are transmitting the virus while introducing new ingredients. So if you are a parent out there, and if you really care for your children, the first thing you should be doing right now is to move out your children of schools and find a way to make your children take courses at home so you can protect them from this criminal agenda. It's time to wake up for you, my lovelies, before it's too late. And I would like to mention to my home country, Tunisia, who are accepting this criminal agenda without asking any questions. Have you forgotten that the Antichrist exists? Have you forgotten Al-Masih al-Dajjal? We are in the middle of the Masih al-Dajjal. And by accepting this biochemical weapon, which they are forcing on you right now, that means you are accepting the mark of the beast, and that means you're giving your soul away to Satan by accepting this what they call, I'm going to say juice, because I have to be careful of my words on Facebook. As you know, we all have our accounts blocked because of saying the truth. But my purpose here is not to please anybody. My purpose here is to please my Creator and to serve my Creator and to help humanity. And I don't care if people make fun of me because I am against the criminal agenda of the World New Order. Even some people in my family, they're like, Mona, you know, your lives are nice, but stop talking about the criminal agenda. No, I don't stop talking about the criminal agenda. I am here on a divine mission. My mission is to serve my Creator and to serve humanity, and I don't care. God knows what I'm doing, and I only have account to give to my Creator, not to anyone else here. So thank you very much for joining, my lovelies. And please be mindful on what you say out there. If you talk about religions, be very careful not to insult anybody. And if you make a remark about religion, give us a source, give us a proof. Don't say stupid things like Prophet Muhammad never existed. And you know, on top of that, I told him, I was very polite on his life. I told him, please, if you're not sure of something, don't say anything, it's better, and please expand your mind. Now, he made his live about 4 or 5 days ago, and he will recognize himself, of course, when he hears my video, because since his live, he did not stop sending messages in private. The guy is attacking me. He's attacking me because I don't agree with what he said. You know, I told him, whatever his name is, I told him, it's my duty as a Muslim to correct you. I cannot hear you stay insulting my religion and not say anything. It's my duty as a Muslim to correct you and tell you, yes, Prophet Muhammad did exist. And if you want to look, there is someone, a very good scholar called Ahmed Didat. He's from South Africa. He's deceased now, but he has a famous video where he talks about the proof that Prophet Muhammad was mentioned in the Torah and also in the Bible. Now, we all know that the Bible has been hijacked, the English language has been hijacked as well. And I would like to remind you all, my lovelies, with all my respect for all religions, for Torah, for Jews, for Christians, you know, I respect all the religions, but I would like to point out that there are 42 versions of the Holy Bible. Which one is the true one? You have 42 versions of the Bible, my lovelies. And I would like to remind everyone who's making fun of Islam as if we have not suffered enough from the propaganda done by criminal world governments since September 11 to make the people believe that we are all terrorists. What did I want to say? I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway, so let me go. Okay, I was talking about the proof. So there is a proof in the, it was mentioned also in the Bible that the arrival of Prophet Muhammad was announced in the Bible, but this information was removed by satanic entities, and this information can be found in the Vatican, which is the headquarters of Satan. For all who went down the rabbit hole, we all know that the Vatican is the headquarters of Satan. And the other thing I find a bit not natural, which is probably has been done by the satanic entities, is when they said in the Holy Bible that the priests have to be, they should not have any sexual intercourse during their whole lives, which is against nature, because we all know men have a lot of testosterone, and it's very important for them to have physical relationships. So saying to a man that he is not allowed to have sexual relationships, now, and saying the other thing I don't find normal, to be honest, with all my respect to Christianity and to the Bible, is when they tell you you have to go through a priest to be able to communicate with your creator. So be careful, be mindful, because your creator, you don't need any intermediate to speak to your creator or to pray to your creator. You can, when you are connected to source, you can speak to him from anywhere in the world, and without you even speaking, God can read your heart without you even speaking. He knows what's in your mind. He knows what's in your heart. He knows everything about you. So be very mindful, my lovelies, on what you say when you talk about religions. And I would like to remind also everyone that there are many, many celebrities who have converted to Islam. I mentioned one of them, which is Jean Cocteau. You can make research on internet. He's the first one who studied the depth of the sea. And when he studied the depth of the sea, he directly converted to Islam because he found so many incredible things describing the depth of the sea. One famous example is the mixture of the salt sea and the sweet sea, which has never been mentioned nor in the Torah, nor in the Bible. It's mentioned only in the Quran, and this is a proof that Prophet Muhammad did receive messages from our Creator. And the other famous stars or famous figures that converted to Islam? We have Sean Connery, we have Mike Tyson, who converted to Islam. We have Omar Sharif. Omar Sharif, he was originally Egyptian, but he was Christian initially. He converted to Islam. And the other very interesting figures that converted to Islam, we have Cat Stevens, who's very famous. We all know Cat Stevens. He converted to Islam, and his Islamic name is Yusuf Islam. And actually, in regards to Yusuf Islam, who's Cat Stevens, when I was air hostess living in Dubai working for Emirates Airlines, he did travel once on Emirates Airlines with us. I wasn't on the flight, but some of my friends who were on the flight and who were working on that flight that day, they told me, Mona, you know what he told us? We were in first class, and of course, in first class, we serve alcohol, even though Dubai is an Arabic country. And he said to the waitress, he said, how come you're an Arabic country and you serve alcohol? And I'm saying this because when foreigners, they convert to Islam, they become Muslim better than us, to be honest. They follow the book more than us. So my respect to everyone listening to me today, and I am so grateful for all of you for listening to me and listening to what I have to say. And I think it's important because many people don't have any idea about Islam except the propaganda done by mass media and world governments, and we all know that mass media today and world governments are corporation financed by industrial pharmacies and by these satanic elite group to give us lies, to put us in fear so we can accept their agenda without asking any questions. So I was saying about the famous figures that converted to Islam. We also have, of course, Muhammad Ali Clay, the famous boxer, world boxer. He was one of the first Americans to convert to Islam, Malcolm X as well. And in regards to Muhammad Ali Clay, the famous boxer, one of his videos, I love his videos, you should watch his videos when he talks about Islam. I have goose pimples when I hear him talking about Islam. And he said, one of the reasons I converted to Islam, it's when I was young, I was always telling to my mom, how come all the saints are white in the church and we never see black saints? And how come the Satan, we always see him black? So this is the one thing that made him convert to Islam, because Islam is not for one specific group, like the Jews, preferred group or better than others, or it's for everyone. Islam is for everybody. It's open to everyone. Whether you're, whatever origin you have, Islam is open for everyone. And this is why Muhammad Ali Clyde chose to convert to Islam, because he said, wherever I went in the world after I converted to Islam, Muslim people opened their door to me as if I was someone from their family. And I found support all across the world because I was Muslim. And he was a beautiful ambassador for the Islamic religion. And I hope one day to be an ambassador for my religion, so I can give a good image about Islam and about my country and about my origin. And thank you very much for listening, my lovelies. Some other famous stars who converted to Islam is the sister of Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. She converted to Islam. German Jackson converted to Islam. And I would also like to add that Michael Jackson also converted to Islam. And I wonder if it's not the reason why he was killed. Because if you look at all his last videos before he died, and we all know that he died in a very strange way, as if he took extra medicine, which we know, I mean, when they want to get rid of someone, a lot of famous artists have left us very early, those who were awake, like Bob Marley, like John Lennon, many artists that were awake, they by random disappeared very young. It's not by random, it was done on purpose. And Michael Jackson, if you listen to all his last videos, he was celebrating Allah, he was celebrating Islam, he was chanting Islam, and 3-4 months later he died. And they never wanted to announce that he became Muslim because, he had so many fans all across the world, and they were probably afraid of the influence he would have on his fans about Islam, which is why he died in a very, very strange and mysterious way. So this is all to say, my lovelies, stay awake and use your discernment to make your own decision, and be very careful to what you say about religions. And of course, in this regard, since we're talking about religion, hello Ken, so nice to have you with me, Emna and everyone, Lisa. I would like also to bring to the attention of everyone here today of the importance of karma, which is another thing we promote in Islam, the importance of karma. Please be aware of your karma, my lovelies. We live in a very uncertain times and we have no guarantee for tomorrow. And I would like to remember that every thought, every act, every gesture you do has an effect in the universe. So be very mindful on your thoughts, because you collect what you reap, what you sow, what you reap. So be very mindful. Make sure to plant some positive seeds so you can get positive results in your life. And what comes around goes around. So never think, remember to be always true, and to be to be honest, and to live to be a person of integrity. Remember to be a person of integrity. Don't think because you are alone and people don't see you that you can do whatever you want in life. Whatever you do has an effect in the world, in the invisible world. And let me tell you, my lovelies, that we live in a visible world, but the invisible world is much more important than the visible world we live in. So make sure to plant some good seeds so you can have a good reflection and a good reflection back to you. And remember to be your best version. Remember to be respectful to any culture out there, to any religion out there. Be very careful to what you say. If you say something, at least bring up a source and don't say stupid things to insult people in their religion and in their faith. And that's what I had to say for today, my lovelies. So avoid judging others and avoid criticizing others, even though today it was important for me. I did not say the name of the person, but for me it was very important to address the mistake he made in his life. And I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you to everyone here. Please share hearts. I will be sharing into, please share into your groups. I might connect later today to do some tarot reading if anyone is interested. And thank you very much for joining, my lovelies. I love you all so, so much. Please stay in the present. I will be sharing the video on YouTube. I will share it in the comments later on. I count on you to support me on YouTube. And I love you all so much. And please enjoy the day, enjoy the moment, make the best of your day. And thank you so much for